is Rick at Tasty Guitar. Today I'm starting a new series of lessons that I'm calling 12 Perfect Bars. Now, as you can probably guess by the name, what I'm doing here is breaking down sections of blues solos by the greats. So today we're getting started by something by Mike Bloomfield, a section of his amazing solo on Mary Ann, the Ray Charles classic. This is coming to you by request from Bruce, your fellow viewer. Make sure you come by Tasty Guitar, get the free tab for this lesson by subscribing on the bottom of the homepage. And don't forget, members at Tasty Guitar get to practice this lesson and hundreds more with Soundslice technology. That is the tab synced up to the video, slow motion, looping, backing tracks, and so much more. Check it out in the description below. Tune up and let's get started. All right, guys, let's go ahead and break this down. Now we're going to do this in 3 different sections and then put it all together slowly at the end. Okay, so the first measure here is a pickup measure that is then leading into bar 1 of the 12-bar blues. Now this is in the key of C, and we're starting right here on the and of beat 1 at the 8th fret there on the B string, that's a G note, and then leading into the root, going to hit that 3 times. So here's the pickup measure. 1. So starting on the and of beat 1, then hitting that root up there 3 times and kind of cutting that off on beats 2, 3, and 4. 1. So that is the pickup measure, and now we're going to move into the 12-bar blues. I'm going to play the first 4 measures of the 12-bar blues. That's all on the 1 chord, the C dominant chord there. I'm going to play that really slow and then come back and break it down. All right, now we're starting right here in position 1 of our C minor pentatonic blues box there, starting by bending up that 11th fret, the E flat note up full, bringing it back down to the root. So that's 3, 4, 1. Then you're going to go back up, pull it off. Again. 3, 4, 1. Back. Back to that 11th fret note there, the E flat at the end of that measure, hold it out and then slide it up on beat 2 of the following measure. And then in measure 4, we're going to do this little bending move, bending that note up half, bringing it back down, pulling it off to the 11th fret, and then coming back to that note. So that's 1. Again, 1. So now let's put that together and pick it up a little bit. 1. 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. All right, in the next section, we're going to be covering most of the next 4 bars. That is your 4 chord and then back to your 1 chord, starting by bending up the 13th fret on the high E string. Kind of full bend there. Back down to the 11th fret, kind of give it a quarter bend. Back to the root. Hit that twice, back to the 11th fret, and another quarter step bend. So here's what you have in this measure. Moving into the next measure, we're still on the 4 chord, and this is a slide into the B flat note at the 11th fret on the B string. It's a very typical Mike Bloomfield move, really sliding in and bending right away. And this is on beat 2, so that's 1. And then on beat 3, you're going to hold out that bend. Beat 4, moving to a group of 16th notes. Right there, just moving down the minor pentatonic scale. So this measure is 1. Again, 1. That then leads us back into the 1 chord, and we're kind of doing triplet here on a double stop across the 8th fret on the high E and B string. This is triplet there, so that's 1 and a 2. Kind of giving it a quarter step bend on that E flat note at the end. And then the final lick of this section is a very standard move, just kind of doing your bend from your 4th to your 5th. Barred first finger across the top 2 strings down to your flat 7 and your 5th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right after beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's pick it up a little bit and play this entire section from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, moving into the final section now. This is going to get us all the way to the end of the 12-bar blues. Now this first lick is probably the most difficult lick in terms of timing. This is starting on the and of beat 2, hammering on from the 8th to the 10th fret on the B string, up to the root, bending the 10th fret up, then kind of playing a 16th note triplet, hammering, pulling off that 10th to 8th fret, back down to the 10th fret on the B string. So the timing there all together, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Moving into the next measure, we're going to our 5 chord, and it's just all triplets here. First 2 beats there, all triplets, walking it down from the minor pentatonic, down to your flat 5, up to that D note there, and then sliding down from the A note all the way down. So that again. Really cool lick. Then you're kind of doing this slide up the B string, and you can go as far as you want. And then you're going to catch that at the and of beat 4, going into the bend at the 11th fret again. So pick that and bend it up full. So coming out of that bend that you did previously, this lick starts right up on the root on the high E string, the A note, slight bend on the E flat down to the root. One more time at the end of the measure. Moving into the next measure, continue on that C note, swinging 8th notes here. Slide it into the 9th fret on the G string, then the root up high. Sliding into the C note at the 13th fret. Then moving up chromatically from the 11th to the 13th fret. So that measure so far is this. You're then going to bend that 13th fret up full. Bring it down, pull it off down to the 11th fret, back down to the root, slide out of it. So far you would have this. Again. And then you're just going to finish it out right on the and of beat 2 by sliding into that 11th fret on the B string, kind of slide it in and bending it immediately. And that's it. So let's go ahead and put this entire section together. 1, 2. All right, now let's go ahead and put all these sections together and play it slowly from the beginning. 1, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. One more time, a little bit quicker. 1, 3, 4, 1.